It's a Saturday, and on Saturdays, if you're new to the channel, on Saturdays during my daily updates, since I do these every day, on Saturdays, I'm calling it Notes from the Road. Why, I don't know. Why not? Got to call it something. Makes things a little bit easier to think about when you're doing these daily updates. I've committed myself, if you're new to the channel, my name is Mitch. This is my channel, Mitch and his van. The goal is to purchase a van, get on the road, travel, continue to create content. For 3 years, I'm looking at a 3-year commitment to living on the road full time. Then after that, who knows? But this first phase of the commitment is to get out of my current vehicle and get into something newer, getting to something other than what I'm in now because of the repair cost. That's one reason I'm stuck here in North Austin, is because of the repairs I'm having to pay for, and I'm having to raise the funds. I've been preaching all along about funding and financing on the road that you needed an emergency fund. Well, my emergency fund is in the toilet. And so when I had some repair costs come up, I had to stop and start earning some money to pay for the repairs, and that's what I'm doing now. And in the same process, at the same time, I'm working on the purchase of a van. So got a lot of things going on in terms of the financial commitment that I'm undertaking, and it's going to take some time, and I'm in no hurry. So that's why I committed myself to making 500 daily updates. I figured within that 500-day period, I could have things worked out. At some point during that 500-day period, I will be on the road. I'll be traveling. I'll be back on the road. That gives me until May the 15th of next year. That'll be my 500th day. Well, today is day 164. Today is daily update 164 of the 500 days. I apologize for the scratchy throat. I don't know what it is about out here in the North Austin area. I don't know if it's the humidity or the cold that I've been fighting. I don't know what it is, but it seems like I can't talk for more than a couple of minutes and my throat gets scratchy. So I apologize. But hey, that's life on the road. You have to deal with car repairs and vehicle repairs, van repairs, RV repairs, whatever it is. That's life on the road. You got to pay for maintenance costs. You've got to deal with health issues. You got to deal with financial difficulty. So today, notes from the road on a Saturday, I'm going to look back over the week and I'm going to see if I can decipher a few notes, come up with a few things. Well, number one is I did get some car repairs done, so that's a positive. I bought a new battery. My next step is to have the water pump repaired, get the water pump fixed, because I've got a leak. What else? I started another YouTube channel, and I'm excited about it because I think it's something I'm interested in, and it's a topic that is not seriously being covered right now in the state of Texas. And the channel is called Texas Poker and Gaming Report. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a weekly upload on this channel about all the politics and the legalities and the situation of gambling, casino gambling, and poker rooms, and all those things, all those issues that come up in the state of Texas about getting casino gambling approved, and will it ever be approved, and why in the world is Texas among one of the few states? I think there's 11 states that don't have any kind of casino style class 3 gambling, and I think Texas is one of those 11 states. It's of interest to me. I love the politics of it. I'm going to stay neutral. I'm not going to lean on one side or the other because I'm not a gambler. I do play poker. I do enjoy the game of poker, but I don't see that as the same necessarily as sports gambling or playing slots. Those are all different types of gambling. Playing the lotto. Anyway, to get off that sidetrack, I started that YouTube channel this week to add to my list of things that I'm working on, list of projects. I'm increasing the promotion and sales of my t-shirts and my books on Amazon, so I hope that will soon pay off. So I'm slowly making steps to sort of increase my income. I'm also applying to do some remote work. I applied and started going through the process yesterday of some training to do some AI analytics as a freelance contractor. So we'll see how that works out. That'll be remote work. I'm trying to create income streams that will allow me to work from the road because I don't want to have a job and then quit once I get on the road. What I want is a sustainable income stream that will sustain me whether I'm on the road or not. Since the pandemic, that's one of the things that has happened. Since the pandemic, the desire for remote work skyrocketed. I was watching a video this morning from an RVer who says the culture of RV life has changed because of the pandemic. Prior to the pandemic, most of RVers were retirees. They were older. They were part-time. They would go on part-time trips. They would go on 2 or 3 month journeys, maybe during the summer, or they would go on weekends. And the average age of the RVer was 62. That was prior to the pandemic. Well, because of the pandemic, people started having to work remotely. The offices were closed, but they still had to get their work done, so they started working remotely. And then after the pandemic, they discovered, I kind of like this working from home. I kind of like this not going into the office. This kind of suits me. I like working remotely. And now companies are having to threaten and beg their employees to come back to the office. And they're having a tough go. Many of them are holding the jobs over their heads, saying if you want to get fired, then try staying home. If not, you need to get back into the office. The only way you're going to keep your job is if you come back to the office. And so there's some tension going on. The idea here is that after the pandemic, the culture of RV and van life changed because people found out that with all the available technology, with Starlink, with solar energy, with lithium batteries, you're able to live off grid and work remotely. I can sit at the Grand Canyon and enjoy that view and open up my laptop and get to work. I can travel all across North America and make a good living. So that's what the pandemic has caused. It's this shift, this cultural shift in RV and van life. More people are able to work remotely. And so I'm going to take advantage of that myself. I'm looking for remote work that will sustain me regardless of where I am. So as I look back over this last week, I am making small steps. I'm getting some repairs done on my current vehicle. I'm starting to save money and put together the financing, and I'm also looking for sponsorships to sponsor my Van Life America project, which is this 3-year project that I have to travel full time on the road. So we're making small steps, small increases. It takes time, but I do want to be totally transparent and honest and let you know that I am stuck here in North Austin. That's why I'm not traveling. You won't see me doing any traveling style videos for a while. I'm just going to be sitting here working remotely and still enjoying van life, still enjoying living on the road, but I'm just doing it without traveling. Who says a van lifer has to constantly be on the road and be traveling? Where is that written? I apologize for the scratchy throat. My goodness. What else did I accomplish this last week? Well, I'm saving all kinds of money. Since I'm not really driving a lot, traveling anywhere, I'm not spending money on fuel. So I've got my expenses down to the bare nub, to the bare minimum. And it's allowing me some time, some breathing room to sort of save up. So there's that. And I don't want to ignore the fact that I've been able to do these daily updates. You try it. You try going 164 days straight doing a daily update, trying to find something to talk about every day. What is it about being out here that makes my throat close up? I don't get it. Any doctors out there who want to get in comments and tell me why my throat keeps closing up on me? Maybe it's the cold I've got. I don't know. Jeez. I can't catch a break. So I guess I better quit. Well, this has been Notes from the Road, haphazard as they are. I apologize for being so honest and open and gagging and coughing all over the screen, but that's the way it is. Go out and have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow, Sunday, and it'll be Van Life Update number 165. I don't know why I keep saying 170. This is 164. Tomorrow will be day 165. It's becoming an obsession with me to keep these going, to keep doing these on a daily basis, even if I don't have much to talk about. I want to get on and at least touch base with you and let you know what's going on. Well, at any rate, I better get to work. I've got to go do some editing, do some remote work, try to make a little money. So go out and have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.